The amount and type of coverage. So the process of deciding what types of coverage you need and what amount of coverage you need are two different exercises. While it's easy to understand that as an MSP, you need first and third party cyber liability insurance, the specifics of what coverage and what amount of coverage you need will require performing a risk assessment of your business and the risk exposure that your clients represent to you. And the same is true for your clients. They too need to perform a risk assessment of their business and the risk exposure that you, the MSP, represent to them when determining the types and amount of cyber liability insurance that they need. A very important thing here, and I've got it in the MSP, later on we'll be covering it, but I always like to mention it early for anybody that might miss the rest of the session. This is where you get into your first concerns of legality, licensure, and your ability to operate and do certain things in different states. You can tell a client that their insurance policy does not cover enough. You cannot tell your client what that amount of insurance should be. That's getting into practicing a regulated profession, and unless you have a license in your state, you should not do that. But you can look over a policy with a client or ask them for what their coverage is and voice your opinion that that's not enough because here's what it's going to cost for us to respond. Can't tell them what they actually should buy, but you can tell them whenever it's obviously not enough to cover what you will need to do in response to certain types of incidents that they are buying that insurance for. Insurance underwriters and insurance brokers' assessments and applications. Risk assessments are performed by the insurance companies as well, but they will typically rely on information provided to them by the business to be insured. Now, there are some insurers who are now using tools to collect information about a business to be insured by installing applications on endpoints or doing external scans of networks to retrieve and verify the information that's provided to the insurer. Or they may even, in larger engagements, hire third-party assessors to perform the assessment. The risk assessment will evaluate not just the technology that is in use, but also the type of the business, the type and sensitivity of data processed by the business, daily workflows of employees, and any other risk the business represents. The information will help that underwriter in determining what types and amounts of coverage are needed, or the businesses, or if the business presents just too many risks to provide coverage to.